Hey, Matt from Intellijel here. And did you know that Cascadia works with MPE? Well, now you do. But why would you want to use MPE, otherwise known as MIDI polyphonic expression, with a somewhat mono instrument? Well, rather than focusing on note polyphony, we're actually using the expressive input from MPE controllers and linking them to parameters on Cascadia for patches that morph with physical gestures. This completely changes how you interact with Cascadia in a good way. So how do we set up Cascadia with an MPE controller? For this demo, I'm going to set up with Ableton Push 3, but we've also tried this out with other MPE controllers, such as the Linnstrument and the expressive Osmose. Connect Cascadia to your computer and open the Intellijel config app. If you haven't got it already, download it from the website and install it. Once connected, we're ready to apply the following MPE configurations. Set the MIDI mode to MPE lower zone with 15 member channels. This determines Cascadia's channel allocation for MPE. If you're using other MIDI instruments, you may wish to restrict this allocation to avoid any unwanted crossover of MIDI channels. Set the MPE pitch bend range to 48 semitones. 48 semitones may sound like a lot, but typically you will constrain this amount on the controller that you're using, so it's always best to give yourself some literal wiggle room. Now we need to set the MIDI CC and MIDI mod outs on Cascadia's MIDI section to translate our gestures into control voltage. For MIDI CC out, set the type as CC number and select CC74, which is generally accepted as the MPE timbre channel. Then set bipolar or unipolar to best suit your controller. For MIDI mod, set the type to pressure aftertouch. Then go to MIDI pressure response to set the sensitivity. A good place to start is Expo high and 29 as your pressure threshold. But you can tune this how you like, and you may find different controllers have different sensitivity and different sensitivity settings. Basically, start here and see how it goes. Once this is done, your Cascadia is ready to play with MPE. Now we can grab our controller. Connect the controller with USB MIDI or with the trusty 5-pin DIN MIDI connector. Ensure your controller is set correctly or consult the manual for setup. We can't account for how all MPE controllers work, but generally speaking, it's always been pretty easy going. All being well, your gestures are now being translated into control voltage. So what we should do now is set up a basic patch to demonstrate this. Let's connect MIDI CC to the VCF, so vertical movement on the pad affects the cutoff frequency. You get the idea. Now let's patch MIDI mod out to the wave folder, so pad pressure increases the fold amount. I'm also going to route the folded signal back through the mixer and VCF. So already this basic patch is feeling pretty expressive using an MPE controller. The top tip here, use the mults in the utility section to route your MPE modulation to more destinations. Also, I thought it might be fun to patch in this analog delay. Let's see what happens if we use the vertical axis to control delay time. I'm using a fixed CV offset from the mixer against the expression level to dial in a precise range here. Alright, let's keep going. Now let's try pressure control with the VCOA index modulation amount. So, this has been a quick demonstration on setting up MPE control for Cascadia. As you can see and hear, it's a lot of fun to interact with Cascadia in this way for more expressive and experimental results. I hope you found this video useful in some way. Be sure to like and subscribe if that's the case. And I'll leave you with a few other patches and controllers that we used to make this video. Until next time, have a good one.